I was going to go easy on you, not to hurt your feelings.
You f***ing irritate the shit out of me.
I'm only going to get this one chance. It's just a feeling I've got. Like something's about to happen, but I don't know what.
All I hear, go get the money. So I go get it. Hate means I do something.
Hey, what's going on, peeps? Welcome to Gap Sell Keenan number 20. I'm going to bring in Joe here, but for those of you who don't know, Gap Sell Keenan is where a real live salesperson tries to sell me their real live product or service, and if they find a problem that I have, I will buy it. But if they don't, they're going to get critiqued and coached on their selling. So today we got Joe Benjamin. Let me bring in Joe Benjamin, people. Joe is going to be the next player here. So welcome, Joe.
Hey, Keenan.
Yes, how you doing, baby?
Good. How's it going?
Oh, it's going good. It's going good. I'm excited. I hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Let me just get LinkedIn on my phone here because I can't. Technology is awesome, but sometimes you can't do everything you want to do. So I got to see this so I can answer people's comments. So I got to watch it from my phone because doing it here, I can't see the. Yeah. Anyways, doesn't matter. All right, let's go see what we got. All right, we got people on it. Wait, is this? Woo! Jeez, we got some people ready to fly. Damn, people are ready. Look at that. We got a lot of people already. People like the show.
Exciting. It's good.
Woo! Yes, Abby, I shaved. Cody Bumbleoff. I love this. Thank you, baby. Helen Johnson, love the opening. Thank you, sister. Okay, we got a lot of people on. We're ready to go. So I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I will not, though, hold it against you. Look what I got right up there. Look. What's that? What is that right there? New England Patriots, baby. Look.
I have a different camera angle. I can't see.
Oh, you can't see it? Sorry. Okay, New England Patriots helmet above me. But look at this. Oh.
Hold it up to the Red Sox. Okay,
yeah,
so little friendly rivalry.
I got you. All right, my man. Have at it. Go for it, baby.
All right, so first off, thanks for having me on. This will hopefully be a lot of fun, and maybe I'll learn a few things. Read the book. Want to kind of just jump into discovery, and if discovery goes well, maybe we'll go and do a demo if we uncover a problem, because we both know you don't do a demo unless you do full discovery. So first thing right off the bat, so how's your business been affected by the coronavirus?
Interesting question. Initially, I was freaked out. We lost our entire pipeline, and we lost 3 already sold gigs. A couple were actually under contract, but I'm not a douchebag, so I didn't hold them to it. They hadn't paid the down payment, but so we lost that. So we lost pretty much the whole business. Then we pivoted, started doing online.
Okay.
And we're doing almost as well as we were beforehand. So we're doing okay right now. I haven't laid anybody off or anything like that.
So how much revenue are you down, if I can ask that question?
Oh, down? Right now, maybe less than 10%.
Okay,
Whether that stays that way is a different story, but
so not too bad, but you'd like to be better. And then you mentioned that you've pivoted to online, and that's how you're trying to make up for lost revenue. I know you have an e-learning platform.
It's coming out.
It's coming out. Is that going to be a component of your strategy moving forward to help make up for some of that lost revenue?
Well, okay, yes. I mean, that was sort of a dumb question, but okay, yes.
Yeah, no. I just wanted to make sure that
yeah.
you're still focusing on the e-learning platform, because a lot of things have changed. So I know.
Yeah, absolutely. That sucker launches first week of May.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't want to make any assumptions, even though that was probably a dumb question, because you're not supposed to make assumptions either. And then how do you plan on getting your clients for the e-learning platform?
Marketing.
Is sales going to play a component in that? Any outbound
to
sales?
a certain degree, yes. To a certain degree. I don't. The cost for larger enterprise customers, yes. For smaller SMBs, no. I don't think the cost is there. The value is there to my salesperson calling on, sales teams are 10 or 15 for something that's going to cost about $3 $100 a person. So,
Okay.
but for corporate, with sales teams of 500 or 1,000, absolutely.
It makes perfect sense to go after the enterprise with the outbound sales, right?
Yep.
And you said salesperson. So is Rachel your only salesperson?
Yes, we were just about to hire one like days before this happened, and we didn't.
And I would assume that with outbound, especially for enterprise companies, outbound is going to be really important for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And to kind of understand how important is it, are you incentivizing your sales team of one to do and focus on outbound?
We were doing that beforehand. That's their job.
Right. But I'm saying like commission structure, bonuses,
Yes.
is anything tied to that?
Well, yes, the commission structure is structured in a way to create more value for the outbound versus inbound. Because we have so much inbound, it's.
Right. Inbound doesn't cover everything. Outbound's also a key component to make sure you're.
No, inbound, we've grown 100% on inbound.
Right.
Yeah. So the point being is we want to go faster or more. Outbound's more important. But the company's been living and growing on inbound only.
Got it. And then from an outbound perspective, can you walk me through the outbound process that Rachel goes through?
Yeah. So we have Zoom Info, Discover.org. We have Outreach. We have Bomb or Video. I can't remember which. So we have a sales stack, and she builds cadences. She builds lists. She knows who she wants to talk to. She also knows. That's right. Tom Burke, go Pats. She also knows who our ICP is. And so if those people are connecting with us, or following me, or engaged with me on LinkedIn, she builds lists and attacks them.
Got it. And then as far as your ICP is concerned for enterprise clients, can you break that down and kind of give me a better description of what that looks like?
Yeah. So traditionally it's been companies between, I mean, we've done business across the gamut, but if you do it this way, where the greatest value we provide for the overall value is companies between about 25 million to about 250 million. I know it's a big swath, but sales teams of 25 or 30 and more up to about 200 or 300, 400. When you start getting past the sales teams of 300 or 400, the amount of time, at least from a training perspective for the size of our company, to deliver the value takes too long, because now you're talking, getting that many people into a room, et cetera. Now, that's going to change with the online. I think that ICP for online is going to be different than our ICP for sales training one-on-one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but for how it is now, it's, between 25 and about 250, 300 million, sales teams between about 25 to about 400 across all organizations, and B2B, right?
Right.
Yeah, B2B. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so Rachel's doing outbound on a regular basis?
Clean, ICP, ideal customer profile.
And then as far as kind of activity requirements, how much outbound is Rachel expected to do, or are there any expectations for?
So it's interesting you say that. So this year, there are no expectations. I didn't put an outbound number in front of her, but her number is large this year. She's got a good sized number. If she could make it, it would be hard for her to make it in inbound only. But if she could make it inbound only, she'll make a lot less money.
Okay, got it.
She'll make a lot less money. Yep.
So for her, she's in charge of getting all the outbound for the enterprise clients, and it's one person for your team. The enterprise segment of this business for your e-learning business is something that could make up for that lost revenue, probably plus some too. Is that fair to say?
I hope so. Look, I'm not going to bullshit you, and it's my business, and so I'm just opening the kimono. We really don't know what to expect, right? Like, we've never done this before.
Right.
We built this LMS from scratch, so we're not using like Teachable or some shit like that. I mean, we got to have a big investment in this. We built it from scratch. We did all the video. We make it interactive, so it's not just sit there and watch someone in front of a computer screen. You actually like ask questions, and it's sort of kind of choose your own journey. You answer this, it goes this way. You answer this, it goes that way. So I think it'll be dope.
Okay. So really the only way to kind of figure out like if it's going to work is if you get a lot of meetings with enterprise clients and kind of run them through sales cycles and get that feedback. So yes. So the answer is yes from the enterprise perspective, but we're also investing ad dollars and effort and work to market to the B2C, right? Or small business or just individuals. So we're going to go both angles. Got it. And then as far as kind of the results for outreach to enterprise clients, how has that been going so far?
We haven't even started.
Oh, you haven't even started?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm not starting. And so what we're going to do is this should be done in May. We're probably going to have a handful of people who we're going to put through the beta for free, right? Get their feedback, tell me what they think, make any change we need to make. And then if we're comfortable with that, then we'll probably open to another set of people. And so I would think selling it to an enterprise and dropping them on it probably is going to come at the end of May.
Okay.
People's ability to buy it and get on, or buy it at a discount and get on and give us feedback will probably be middle of May. First people on it will be free in beginning of May.
Okay, so outbound's going to start pretty soon.
Yeah, I would say the next 6 weeks.
Okay, and for you, like the sooner you get a lot of feedback on your platform, the sooner you'll be able to iterate on it and make improvements and then help that potentially grow revenue for you.
Potentially, yeah.
Okay, so with one salesperson focusing on outbound, what are some issues that you could see with just kind of having one person doing outbound plus all the other responsibilities that Rachel has? That's
Rachel's only job is to sell.
Right.
So she doesn't have any other responsibilities. We can't sell it, right? We can't sell our training right now, right? Our in-person training. So she has plenty of time to sell this. Not a problem.
If you could clone Rachel, would you like to?
Well, I can clone Rachel. I told you I see where you're going. Be careful. Be careful. So it's a self-diagnosis and you really haven't found a problem yet. So,
well, I think I'm.
Do you want to hear what I have to say or not?
Yeah, I do. Go.
Okay, I told you that we were just about to hire a person, and we didn't. So that's a clone of a Rachel. So that idea of do I want to clone Rachel? With cloning Rachel comes a six-figure salary and all that other stuff. So, no, I don't want to clone Rachel.
Right. So I just wanted to. I forgot about the hiring part. So in a perfect world, you'd like to make her more efficient and more effective on an hourly or daily basis, just because you'd get more out of her.
Okay, so pause.
Okay.
So I see where you go. Everybody pay attention. I see where you're going here. But that is, I don't like these types of questions in gap selling because of course I would. But what I want you to do, and I want salespeople to do, is get to my current state situation. And so when you come to ask that question, you don't just say you'd like it to be more efficient. You actually have some benchmark that you can pull from, right? So more efficient, yeah, but answering that question does not help me at all because
it's obvious.
It's obvious, and I don't know more efficient from what you're trying to get to. Now, so you're one of those. You think too fast and you're already ready to jump in. You got to slow your roll and listen as much as you think. Because you forgot that I told you I was hiring somebody.
Right. Yeah, no, I did.
And that's valuable shit. But anyways, keep going.
Okay. So, to go to the outreach process again, you mentioned that it's really important to have your cold emails be relevant. That's something that you put on your blog. How does Rachel know that what she's going to write is going to be relevant?
I mean, we do our own pick. I give her props. She just went through an amazing process, which I recommend to all my clients all the time, to sit down and talk with your buyers and your ICP buyers. And we did one of these with ours. I think we talked to 5 or 6 different heads, heads of sales.
Okay.
And find out what problems they're struggling with today, what they're trying to work on, what they would respond to in emails, et cetera. So we're doing our homework to find out, now that the world has changed, what are those companies who are either still growing or still in business, I'm not laying people up, et cetera. What are those heads of sales doing? What problems are they struggling with? What would they respond to? What help do they think they need? So that's how we know. And then
So homework's important. When she can't talk to, say, one of these heads of sales, or she's trying to break into a new company that you guys aren't familiar with, what type of research is she doing?
I get to ask her. Probably not a whole hell of a lot. She's leveraging the pick because we already know what the problems are. So what I just said to you there is, these are existing clients we're not selling to. She did this homework to get a feel of what VPs are doing and looking for common threads. Right. From those common threads, she's going to build or adjust our existing pick, problem identification chart, for those of you who don't know what it is. Right, she's going to adjust that pick. She's going to build all of her messages based on those problems. Now, once we do these cadences and we start going out into the marketplace with those problems, if nobody responds, if nobody's getting back to us, then we haven't hit the, you know what I'm saying? We haven't tapped into something that's resonating with them, and then we'll adjust.
Okay. So how come you're not reading like 10Ks or reviewing earnings calls where often companies will talk about their struggles with sales or reducing headcount or looking for operational efficiencies and getting more out of their teams?
Because we already know the problem. So a 10K first, any 10K we're going to read right now is going to be Q1, which is most of that's going to have nothing to do with this. Look, I don't care if she wants to read 10Ks. That's up to her for each individual she wants to go to. But you can't build a cadence in with 200 companies that you're targeting and read 200 10Ks. You can't do that.
Why not?
I don't see the time. I don't see the helps.
You don't see any insights ever in 10Ks or earnings calls?
Not to the point where I want someone, maybe if she has a small list of those she really wants to get into, but no, I don't usually find it valuable.
Why is it just too time consuming to find something insightful?
Too time consuming, and I usually don't think the information is targeted enough to the sales organization. I know what problems sales leaders lead with or have with themselves that I can fix. Remember?
But these enterprise companies are fairly large, and you may not be in tune with their current strategies or how they're expanding their offerings and how that affects their sales teams.
I may not. So once they bite and someone says, we'd like to meet with you, I got no problem with it looking at the 10K. You asked me about ahead of a cadence. I'm not going to go through 210Ks. And by the way, to let you help, let me help you.
Yeah.
To help with that, one of the things we also did is remember, I told you I bought Zoom Info. Do you know much about Zoom Info?
Yeah, very familiar.
Okay. Do you know about their intent data?
Yes.
So we're leveraging their intent data. So I'm going to leverage intent data and Zoom Info long before I have my team reading 200 different 10Ks.
What happens if you could just type in a keyword or phrase related to sales team and have the information pop up on your screen in 2 seconds?
I guess it would depend on what information.
Well, relevant information for salespeople.
But how do you define relevant?
What's that?
How do you define relevant? So right now you're saying, what would you like? So your selling thing is you still haven't found a problem.
So, yeah, I agree.
So then find the problem.
Well, you might not have a problem for something that I can address.
Okay, then don't say things. What if you could? So guys, salespeople do when they get stuck in a discovery, they start moving to the future state. Well, what if you could have this? What if you could have that? Right? Go back to my current state, Joe. Right? Because look, you're super smart. Like I think you could pull this off. Go back to my current state and stop thinking about your product, but think about my world. Right? Think about what I might want to be accomplishing. Think about me. Get out of your head right now and think about me.
Okay. So how many current meetings are you booking from your outreach, your cold outreach?
Well, I just have to ask Rachel, but right now her goal is 5 a week, right? Okay. And look, you're too quick. I'm telling you. It's my feedback to you. Slow the fuck down.
Okay, fair enough.
Your lips start to talk. Tells me you're not taking it all in. Like, you're doing it again.
It's a bad habit. I have to break it.
It's a horrible habit because what I'm telling you it's doing is it's impeding your ability to listen. Like, I look, you're a lot like me in many other parts of the world. And when I'm not coaching, I'm just like you when I'm coaching, I need to listen more. But when I sell, motherfucker, like I am full on listening mode. Like I don't even want to talk next. I just want to listen. You're doing a better job now, right? So you're just got to keep talking and impede your ability to listen. So right now she's getting 5 a day, right? We don't have the online version yet. So she's not even selling that. She's not even going after that, right? So I'm okay with 5 a day because we just pivoted and we're still somewhat in a feeling it out mode. So I'm not even 100% confident. I've got an echo all of a sudden. You had an echo? All right.
No echo.
I can live with it. So I'm not 100% confident in our full offering. So the answer is yes, 5 a day right now.
Okay, got it. Does it matter if their teams are, well, obviously a lot of people are remote now, but if teams are structured in a way where they're remote, does that help you with your enterprise offering of the e-learning platform? No? Okay.
Remember, I'm not selling the e-learning platform yet. Right now.
No.
Okay. Right now, what I'm selling, I'll slow it roll for you, is we're trying to sell the virtual live training. Okay? Because we just pivoted a month ago, We're feeling it out. Our company is open to this virtual live training. Can we provide enough value in the virtual live training? How do we, is the pricing, that's what I'm looking for, commiserate to what they want to get, et cetera. So that's what we're doing right now. And then the other part of how we're driving it is we're doing it B2C. So we're basically just doing them where people go and sign up. And we're getting 300 plus people for each one of those at $99 a person. So, we're doing okay.
Okay, so it sounds like this is more volume focused as far as acquiring customers. These aren't huge deals in the short term.
No, not in the short term. No, we have a couple that she's fumbled across, right? And I think it could be, right? So what we're really doing is we're really trying to feel this out. Our company's open to virtual online training that's live. What would they need to see different? What are how much money or budget are they open to, and how much value do they see in training their salespeople today in this environment, right? So we're learning as we go.
Got it. As far as identifying the right types of customers, maybe businesses that are doing well or increasing headcount for hiring salespeople, how are you able to identify those companies?
That's a great question, and we were struggling with that. That's why we just bought Zoom Info.
Okay.
And we bought the version that gets you to intent data.
Okay. So for intent data, do you feel like that covers the entire market for all of your potential opportunities?
We literally, when I say we just bought it, we literally just bought it. And so I can't answer that question right now. I hope so. That's the bet.
So I can tell you, because I talk to a lot of salespeople every day and sales leaders, intent data is a great tool, but it's one tool in your toolbox, and it's not going to obviously cover everybody. There are plenty of organizations that unfortunately don't know what you have to offer. And that's why outbound is really important. And that's why all these companies that sell outbound tools still exist, because if intent data was the end all be all, you wouldn't need any outbound salespeople.
Okay.
So I would assume that you would still want to focus on doing outbound with Rachel, even with the intent data that gives you an indication of where to go with these companies. Additionally, intent data is useful, but if you're going, say, a Fortune 50 company comes onto your website and downloads a case study, or they tell you they're looking at things on websites related to your training, you still have to figure out a way to get into that company and write some sort of personalized outreach to them. How are you doing research to make sure that the outreach is personalized and kind of cuts through the noise?
I don't know. I have to ask Rachel on that one. Usually, yeah. Specific, I don't know. I have to ask Rachel on this one. What we found is when you know the problems that someone is dealing with, the target buyer, not the company as a whole, you're doing pretty good. All right, so here's the deal. So it's where so far in, I don't think you found a problem, right? So I want you to tell me what you actually sell, and then I want you to tell me the value, and I'm going to show you how you could have asked questions and where you should have gone.
So we sell a tool that allows salespeople to research their prospects faster and more effectively. And the way it works is you type in a keyword or phrase, and then it basically searches across a bunch of different sources. So like 10Ks, earnings call, podcasts, job postings, and then it will deliver results based on a sales intent. So as someone who, is looking for something, say like sales team or growth within a sales team or expansion or specific jobs that they're hiring for, we would surface that data with basically one click. And a lot of people have described it as Google for salespeople.
Okay. So let's just say that I'm trying to sell my online sales training, right? What keywords would I punch in?
So the way I would do it is I would first type in sales team, because that's a pretty high level thing to see what comes up. And oftentimes there's things in earnings calls around that, as far as like we're expanding our sales team, we're investing in our sales team. Sometimes analysts will say like, are you spending too much money investing in the growth of the sales team? We saw that recently with a really successful company, and I can send you the report we put together on that.
We're spending too much money, you said?
Yeah, too much money growing their sales team.
Okay. All right. So you put that in, and then what?
And then that information surfaces up, and then you can leverage it for outreach. So you have it either for meeting prep, or it's something that you can drop into snippets in your cadence, so you can connect it to your.
Okay, what problem do you think this is what everybody pay attention, man. This is what kills me with companies. I hope your CEO or bosses are paying a fucking attention, because you're probably one of their better sales reps, aren't you?
So I'm the founder of the company.
Okay, you're the founder. So listen up. You're breaking your own rule. What problem do you think your product or service solves?
So the problem is that enterprise salespeople can spend up to 4 hours a day doing research on their prospects. And that's a huge waste of time that they could be using to sell their product.
Did you read my book?
Yes.
Is that a technical problem or a business problem?
Well, I think it's both.
Can't be both.
I'll tell you, I think it's both because because I know you probably think it's a technical problem, and then the business problem of it would be that they're not using this time to make calls, they're not using this time for basically selling activity or sales activity. That would be more of the business problem, which results in like booking meetings, generating opportunities, driving revenue. And the technical problem is what you're probably alluding to, being that, this is just a process thing, which they're not doing well.
Okay, so why do you think it's a business problem as well?
I think it's a business problem because I guess it's not a business problem now that I talk it out.
Hey, motherfucker. Okay, good. It's okay. Technical problems are good, right? So here's the deal. This is where I think if someone takes 4 hours a day researching, right? Mm-hmm. What's the business problem of that?
It's lack of sales activity, essentially, which is
lack of sales activity. What's the problem with that?
It doesn't generate opportunities and revenue. That could be time spent.
So the time from lead to opportunity can take too long.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And lower sales activity, just in general.
Okay. Yeah. And sales activity, but you got to be specific when you're trying to get someone to admit to a problem. So your ability to start digging into questions around, Keenan, you started going in one place. We said, how many opportunities do you create? You started heading in the right direction there, right? Because when I said 5, if you said, well, if you would have been like, okay, Keenan, of those 5, how many do you close? And I had said, 1. And you said, what's the average sales price? And I said, let's go through 25,000. So then you could have started doing this math. And you said, Keenan, if you could just add one more of those, and you could say, why does it take time to do 5? And if you could have found out that it was my time in researching those is what took why I only got 5, then you could have gotten me to believe, well, wait, if I can reduce the time it takes me, I might be able to get 7 or 8. If it's not a time issue, then you got to go find another problem, right? So another one could be what's another problem you guys solve with the information you have?
So it's identifying the right opportunities versus.
Okay, if I find the right that's not a problem, by the way. See, everybody does. I say what problem, they say what it does, right? But what's the flip side of that, right? So if you find the right opportunities, what problem is that solving?
Chasing the wrong opportunities.
Okay, and if you chase the wrong opportunities, what happens?
You're not going to close any revenue.
Okay, well,
you're not going to close any. You'll have a lower close rate.
Hey, so why didn't you talk about close rate?
Because I was thinking that our original problem was a business problem, not a technical problem.
Yes. Is this making sense, dog?
Yeah, no, I understand it all.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I understand it all. No, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so this is like, so when you get me, that's why I talk so much about current state. I try that so hard to get people out of the mind of their product, right? So if you get me to realize, okay, there's another one, by the way. So what we just said, length of time it takes to close, so lead to opportunity to close, then the average close rates, right? And then another one you could do is just the total volume. I think there's a volume play in here somehow, and I need more time to see how your product works, et cetera. But I think it's a volume play, right? So it's like how many, from an outbound perspective, how many opportunities per month is your team able to create, right? And then once you find out that number, then you ask them to walk you through the process to create that number of opportunities. Then you could ask them what the close rate of those opportunities. And so once you get all those numbers and you can start to get them to tell you why they're getting what they're doing to get those 20, 30, 50, 100, 10,000, then you can start digging in to see if there's anything they're doing in there that's fucked up. That if they stop doing that and used your product, they could get 2%, 5%, 8%, 20% more opportunities. Am I making sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think what I did was I was focusing way too much on the technical part of it to begin with. And then that led me on a path where I was unable to find a business problem. So it wasn't resonating with you because your current state just seemed fine, but there was probably something that I could uncover to make the technical part seem like it was more of a problem.
Yes. Yes. See, I knew you're smart as fuck, dude. Yes, it's just that. So everybody paying attention. This is one of my favorite because Joe helped illustrate what 90% of you guys do when you say you're gap sellers. And I see it in my on my virtual training. I see it in my classrooms. I see it everywhere. And this is this. You think that the problem is a technical problem, okay? The technical problem is easy to get to because that's what your product or service solves, right? Here's a technical problem. We fix that. And so your natural inclination is to run to finding technical problems or root causes because that's what you fix. I get it. It makes sense. You want to do that. But you don't want to do that until you find the business problem, current state business problem, and the current state technical problems and root causes. Because once you can find out what those are and the problems they're causing, then you can come in and say, hey, dog, you're doing this, this, and this. And that's why you're only getting 5 or 20, 100 a month, because this section is causing you a problem. It's doing this, it's doing this, it's doing this. I can solve for that.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So some of our users have said that they've had better conversations with their prospects and they've been able to discover more opportunities from the research. Would you consider better conversations a business problem?
Well, it's an outcome. You first have to find having, right? So anytime someone says better, more, etc., those are outcomes, and that's what your products can do. So the flip side of that is you have to find someone and find out they're having bad conversations now.
Okay, so the business problem is bad conversations or maybe deals that aren't moving past discovery or...
Yeah, okay, deals not moving past discovery. That is a business problem. Okay. Matter of fact, I sold one of our largest, I know Rachel's listening. Rachel sold, I should say not me, Rachel sold one of our largest opportunities in the history of my company because one of the biggest business problems they were having was a horrible discovery to opportunity and a discovery to close ratio. Horrid. So that's a real business problem, right? Well, it could be a business problem.
It could be.
Yeah. So anytime someone says to themselves, hey, if I say, what's the problem? They go, better discussions or, more information or whatever. That's not the problem. Stop. Flip the coin. Oh, she had a coin. I'd flip it right here. Oh, look, I got a quarter, right? That's the head. Flip it to the tail. And if it's better or more conversations, then what is the flip side? That's bad conversations. And what happens when you have bad conversations, right? It could be poor conversion rates or poor discovery to close rates or high cost of sales, right? Because they funnel out, right? Going that way, now I have a high cost of sales because now I got all these salespeople doing all these demos, all these leads coming in and the shit ain't closing. And so I'm paying all this money and I'm not getting it done. It could be a high lead to close ratio. I mean, a high cost of lead, right? I'm spending all this money to get these leads, but I'm only closing this many. So the average cost of one lead is, 10,000 when it should be 2,000. See where I'm going?
Yep.
Yeah.
Very helpful.
That's the value. You want to get in those conversations.
Right.
Okay. All right. So this was helpful?
Yeah, very helpful.
Okay. I'll do this for you. If you have something you want me to read or if you have something you want me to check out, you want to send something my way, I'll take a look at it. It sounds, look, right now, I think we're probably just, and the reason I say I think is I never know what I don't know. We're going to, play out this investment in Zoom Info. We're going to play out this investment, all this other stuff we made right now, see what that looks like. But if there's a way to super juice that, I think we'd be open. We would just have to dig deeper. So you want to send that to me, I'll take a look. I'll get it to Rachel and we'll go from there.
Sounds great. It's a complement to those products too. And it's not expensive like Zoom.
No, that's what I get. Okay. How do you define not expensive?
Well, early access pricing is $40 a month right now. So it's.
Okay. Yeah. I'd say that's not expensive. So, all right. Send me something, copy Rachel. And if you don't have her email, just then send it to me. I'll forward it to her. I'll see what she's doing and we'll take a look at $40. I mean, that's a couple coffees. So.
Sounds great.
All right.
Thanks, Keenan. Very helpful. Enjoyed it.
All right, my man. So did you get anything out of it?
No, I got a ton out of it.
All right, beautiful. Those of you who are watching, did you get anything out of this? Was this helpful? Well, I'll see what they say in a minute. All right, dog, listen, I want to thank you for putting yourself in the hot seat. I know that was tough.
No, it was really enjoyable. I learned a lot. It was very helpful.
All right, good. So outside of the gap selling stuff, as a one-on-one coach to you, as a dude that digs you because I think you're smart as shit. I think you got lots of passion.
Thanks.
And learn to right? Just roll back when you ask the question and just let it come out. Let those people talk, take it all in, get in intake mode. And it's not, I promise you, it's not going to mitigate your outtake mode. Like, that's natural to you. So it's not going to suppress or anything. Just give people a chance to talk. And I'm talking on and on just to see how well you're doing, and you're doing a good job. So keep it up, all right?
Thanks, Keenan. Appreciate it.
You got it, baby. All right. Everybody, thank you very, very, very much. I hope this was helpful to all y'all. You guys are dope. I like doing these. Okay, if you want to Gap Sell Keenan, if you're smart, you're seeing this value to these, because there's lots of exposure. So even if you lose, you win. But anyways, if you want to Gap Sell me, text me. Fuck this DM shit. Text me right there. I will get you set up. If you want to Gap Sell me, we'll get you on the calendar. We got another one coming up. I can't remember when. I'm sorry. I guess I should put it in here. You can go to Keenan Live, Keenan.live, not .com, Keenan.live, and you can see our schedule on the homepage of all the upcoming events, including Gap Sell Keenan's, including the book club. Oh, yes, book club. Next Wednesday is the first one. I will try to put a link somewhere. Go to my site or go to Keenan.live. You will see when the book club comes up. If you want to sit with me on the panel for the book club this Wednesday, text me. I still have 2 seats to sit with me on the Gap Selling Book Club channel. So lots going on because I'm stuck in the house. So you know what I'm going to say. If you want to Gap Sell me, hit me up. If you have something I can buy, if you find a problem, I will buy it. If not, you get coached. But let's make it real. And you know what I'm going to say. Until next time, peace. I am out.
All I hear, go get the money. So I go get it.